Today we'll prepare 5 vegan spreads to level up our toast. I'll show you a common Middle Eastern snack with tahini, how to make vegan clotted cream, an umami-filled pepper paste, labneh, and my version of Nutella. So let's get started. First up, we're making ajuca, a Middle Eastern staple made with pepper paste. You can also substitute it with tomato paste, but the result may not be as packed with umami. We're also using walnuts, coriander and cumin seeds, black peppercorns, I used white here because I had run out, thyme, and extra virgin olive oil. I like using a teaspoon of each of the spices in their whole seed form and then grinding them up to get more flavor, but you can also just use ground spices. To make ajuca, mix in 4 tablespoons of pepper paste and the spices in a bowl. Then add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Mix until well combined. Add 1.5 cups of walnuts, which you can chop as thinly as you prefer. I personally love big chunks of walnuts in the spread. Mix it once more and you're done. Transfer to an airtight jar and keep in the fridge for up to a week. You can also top it with more olive oil after each use to make it last 2 more weeks. Spread it on toast and top with some Nutella seeds for an easy, savory breakfast. Up next, we have clotted cream. In Turkey, the combination of honey and clotted cream is an integral part of every complete breakfast spread. So it was a sad day when I realized how neither of these foods are plant-based. But luckily, it's surprisingly easy to veganize. We just need to refrigerate the coconut cream overnight to separate more of its water. What we're left with the next morning is a very firm cream that's quite similar to the real thing. Spread on toast and top with vegan honey or a golden syrup like Lyle's, and it's almost impossible to tell the difference. Another very easy spread to make is labna, where all you need to do is to strain yogurt for a few days until you're left with a very thick consistency. You can watch my plant-based yogurt video to see the step-by-step recipe for labna. Top it with a za'atar spice mix for a savory snack, or with some jam for a sweet one. Let me introduce you to the Middle Eastern peanut butter and jelly. It is tahini and molasses. This one is quite self-descriptive. The only ingredients are light tahini and molasses. You can use any kind of molasses. I personally like both blackstrap and grape, but using grape molasses is more traditional. Mix it up in equal parts in a jar or layer them individually on toast. Last but not least, we're making a vegan Nutella. There are so many varieties that you can choose from when making this, but all the versions will include roasted hazelnuts, a sweetener of choice, and cacao powder or chocolate. To make ours, we're roasting 1.5 cups of hazelnuts at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then we'll place them on a dishcloth to cool for a bit. Once cooled, rub the hazelnuts roughly to remove most of their skin. For our sweetener, we're using 1/2 cup of blackstrap molasses for its wonderful flavor, but using plain white sugar will give you the closest results to real Nutella. On the opposite end of the spectrum, you can also choose to sweeten it by using 10 pitted dates. In addition, we'll add 1 tablespoon of coconut oil for extra creaminess. Measure out 1/3 cup of cacao powder and add in a pinch of salt. Then, starting with the hazelnuts, blend everything in one by one. You can store this in the fridge for up to a week. And there you have it. Spread it on toast, on strawberries, or just eat it directly from the jar. I love having these spreads around for the convenience, and quite honestly, it makes me feel like I have my life a little more together when I put little tags on little jars containing homemade Nutella. Let me know down in the comments if you've had any of these before. And if you're new around here, then consider subscribing to see more Mediterranean plant-based recipes in the future. Thank you for watching, and until we meet again in the next video, be well.